Guys, Tomas Mathis here, aka Winfrey 7, and today I want to tell you guys a story. Uh, some of my stories will be personal, talk about things that happen, and something about my personal life. It could be either one of those things. But for this first story I'm going to tell you is how I have a beef against Kentaro Sab and Son Goku 240. Now this video is not simply recreating drama or basing other stuff. This video is not under that. This is just me talking about my story, and I don't know much has happened for all those years, but I will probably try my best I can to describe one of those things that happened on that year, so I can tell you guys so you need to know. So, or grab a snack, grab a drink, and enjoy my story. So, back in 2021, I used to be a salty person in Xenoverse 2, and that person was 14-year-old me because I was salty back then. And was even salty back in 2020 ever since I play Xenoverse or play online matches more oftenly. I don't play online matches more oftenly, but so you could get what I'm saying. So in January of 2021, I have a beef against Kentaro Sab and Son Goku 240, and the reason why like I stated before, this is not me creating drama against the two. This is just explaining the story. So I will like to say it was kind of wild. So I couldn't beat those guys because I wasn't using key stuns back then. By the way, this was before I learned how to use Keystone, how I learned how to use actual combos, or how I use the cast characters more often, and also try to use my CACs more often. This is before any of that, and right now, I was usually just shooting Keystones, Key Blasts so rapidly, and that I can't describe what my original playstyle was, but I tell you, my playstyle back in 2021 was trash. Well, anyways, after I have a beef against them, they send me a lot of messages, and Son Goku 240, he beat me in Xenoverse so many times. I don't know how many matches this was, but let's say I lost against them. So, and then that's where his friend Kentaro Sab come along, where he wants to fight against me, because, like I said, I have a beef against the two. So, he also beat me multiple times, and I lost. And on the 6th of that year, I ended up saying I wanted my revenge. But here's the problem: my grammar spelling were not accurate back then, because right now I did and learn how to type my messages more often, more clearly, like actual human beings do. But that was before any of that, and I can't remember what the messages was. So right before 8 of that, he says about, okay, I'll show you the messages. Like, it's gonna be me explaining a lot here. So, in those messages, I ended up, and they ended up asking me how they beat me like multiple times. And, there was also one thing, how he brings up a, thing that I have not seen before, like, a picture of a screenshot of something like that. But like I said, I don't know much what else would happen, but, you can probably see what I mean. And after all that, I was saying a bunch of nonsense. And, a bunch of nonsense back then. I'm going to show you the messages, but what I can't show you on screen, but what I can show you is on my TV because if I want to read messages. So yeah, it's probably going to take me a long time to get to the messages because there's a bunch of time because I saw a party rapidly before it calls Rand's Corner. So yeah. So it's right about there. For like I said, the messages I actually sent here were so toxic and bad. I mean, yeah, and okay, is right there. I said I here for event. And he says, huh? I'm not dealing with you. Revenge, not revenge. I will say what I did to someone yesterday. And he shows a screenshot of someone else of something, which I have no idea what the message was. And it reads, I could have lost someone to cancer or a car crash or even depression or whatever because I care. Because there's a hope on the best of them because I don't want others to feel like they don't matter or why they have depression or borrowed or organ and get bullied because of it. Because they got the unlucky size of the stick to beat, please be considered that because the multiple messages that you multiple peoples that you have said on this could feel bad about themselves. So become a better person. So yeah, I could go on a strategy to PTSD, all you know, but people like you don't care. Which I know I read that whole message because he was talking to a player that this player collects Mutant 8,899. But yeah, you could probably guess what that means. So. And also he says that it has no context here. And he also considered that he beat me 40 to 50 times in a row. And he said it does. And he said he was stressed dealing him and others all day, deal with my BS and to the others. And he says, and Kentaro says, I'm revenge slapping you will be your own hand. And I kind of got off topic and said he was acting like for the fans depression due to car crash cancer. But in reality, that message I said is not true at all. Because it does not have to do with the argument I have or the beef I have against those players. And he said I won't leave to Sab alone if he won. He says no. And I tell him to take it back. He says, I might beat the past like this. People say it like to people like you don't care. And he said, what should I take back? And in fact, he also started a party, which unfortunately I didn't join because the reason I didn't join because I was nervous what he's going to say to me, like hurtful stuff. So I stopped joining the party. And just let him. He said it's raining. I take back and tell me he's giving me 2 minutes and I ended up I refused joining him and I stopped joining the party because I basically said that. And the fact here is I didn't join the party because I was so nervous what he's going to say to me or those hurtful stuff about my life. But I didn't go off topic again. Send him Goku's on my now deleted character that looks like Goku. And top of this from the anime. But like I said before, this is just me going off topic because it has nothing to do with the beef I have against these two. And he said it's cool what spam is next. And that's the cat, not Goku. And what spam. And he ends up in Kitaro. He's sending up. And he sends me images of me being my character. So I remember those. Yeah, I do remember those because I do not know how many matches that was. And all the 3, and I guard match and do guard fist. But like I said before, my playstyle was ass. And once again, I start go off topic by saying Fate of the Frieza Saga before one messages saying I'm showing the entire matches, where the one that kills your Death Beam, Frieza kills Krillin, and Goku turns to a Super Saiyan. Yeah, like I said before, they were trying to get Minecraft correct because I haven't watched the manga or the anime until I watched Dragon Ball Super and the original Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, and I don't know how the anime goes, including the manga goes. But the most popular I say the part is Bulma flashing her panties to Goku, which that is a wild scene to my opinion. And there's a lot, and then and also in the sixth. This was taken in the fifth, by the way, because in the sixth he left. And yeah, that's probably much it for the messages I just read out. But in reality, I like to apologize not only to Son Goku 240 but to Katara Sab. So Son Goku 240 and Katara Sab, if you're watching this video right now, I want to say I'm pretty much sorry for not listening to you guys, and I want to say I did what you heard that it said. I know that you feel to have depression or not, but I didn't even know that you had depression, and I know that, and I can, like, I don't care, but now I'm 18 years old. I do care about that. People have some depression all the time. If I have a friend that is still with depression, then I will basically tell them what's wrong, like an actual person do. And I'm pretty much sorry for going off topic with actors to the beef. I know you're not going to say and not to forget my apology, but I accept that, because until we meet again, I won't do those exact same things to you ever again. And yeah. And ever since then, I stopped mentioning it. I moved on with my life. I even graduated high school. And basically, I haven't mentioned them until I fight against them. So, what happened here earlier is, I fought against the same guy that I had beef with, which I only moved on for a while, and he made a YouTube channel in Trey 4. That's clearly what I'm trying to say here is, that's basically like the other stuff going around. And he's doing fine now. Oh. And as for me, I moved on as well. I made myself a Twitter account. I made myself a YouTube account. I basically started posting videos in Trey 5, talk about topics and stuff. Sometimes 1v1 matches as such. And that's all I gotta say for this video. And this video is my first story how I got beef against the two. And like I said, myself and Trey 4, when I was salty back then. I mean, what happened in Trey 1, I was salty back then, but now I know I made some past mistakes in the past, but I will make sure, and I frequently take not make sure I don't do anything stupid in the past. In the future, ever again. So guys, this is gonna be it for this video. If you guys enjoy my story, please be sure to hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, formerly known as X. As always, this is Tomas Matis, aka Ran40C7, signing off. See you guys later, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.